For thousands of years, throughout all of the populated regions of the world, man has theorized and sought to find the answers to many of life's questions. Depending on the religion, or sometimes even the branch of religion, beliefs regarding the afterlife range from a vast nothingness to an impersonal oneness. No matter the religion, region, or time in history, religions have set out to answer the universal questions: where do we go when we die, and how do we get there? Traveling to Borneo, the indigenous Burrowan people have unusual ideas about afterlife and find the burial process vital in determining the fate of a spirit. After a person dies, the body must be attended to through 4 separate stages in order for the soul to become a perfect spirit. These stages include ritualistic preparation, storage in a coffin for 8 months, cleaning of the bones, and finally placing the remains in a mausoleum, much of the process taking place in the longhouses in which the tribe lives. Once a perfect spirit, it will be able to enter the land of the dead. However, if the body does not go through the proper channels, a malignant spirit may be produced. The spirit will be unable to enter the land of the dead and could possibly reanimate a different corpse, producing a zombie. Heading west to India, we find the Hinduism capital of the world. Unlike the Burrowan people, Hinduism believes that the events that occur over a lifetime determine what will happen to a person after death. They believe that karma acquired during a person's life decides whether the person will advance to a higher life form in the next life or be set back. The goal for Hindus is to attain moksha, the liberation from the wheel of life. In maintaining moksha, a person joins the great oneness that connects all things while maintaining an individual sacred identity. Hinduism explains that this oneness, also known as Brahman, is the final resting place, the afterlife. Traveling east to Bihar, India, we find a large population of Buddhist followers. Like Hinduism, Buddhism believes in reincarnation. Buddhists strive to reach enlightenment, which is found through the release of the belief in the individual self, differing from Hinduism's belief in maintaining the self. This enlightenment is nirvana, thought to be a void of nothingness. In achieving nirvana, the person completely ceases to be, released from the chains and suffering of existence. Nirvana is the Buddhist version of an afterlife. Far East in Taipei, Taiwan, Confucianism is heavily practiced. Confucianism, though often referred to as a religion, can be considered more of a cultural philosophy than an actual religious belief system. Confucianists focus little on there being a heaven after life, but work toward finding an eternal heaven through bettering oneself or the Jin of each individual. In order to develop the Jin within oneself, it is of vital importance to develop a firm work ethic and moral code. Through this, a person can reach an eternalness. A person is made eternal through the teachings and influences he or she left on earth with a living family. A true afterlife is thought to be beyond imagination, and instead of focusing on what is to come after death, a person should focus on bettering themselves in the here and now. To the west in Jerusalem, the various branches of Judaism have differing views when it comes to the afterlife and salvation. For Reformed Judaism, salvation is found through the bettering of the self in society. Much like Confucianism, Reformed Judaism believes that a person lives through memory eternally and not in a spiritual realm. The Orthodox branch, however, takes quite a different stance than Reformed Judaism when it comes to salvation and the afterlife. The Orthodox branch doesn't believe they need to seek salvation, that they are already guaranteed an end because of their relationship with God. And unlike the Reformed branch, the Orthodox branch believe that there is indeed an afterlife reserved for those that have followed Judaic law. Given this information, there is still indecision about what can be expected of the afterlife and how followers of Judaism will find this end. In summary, the belief systems found throughout time and across the globe each endeavor to explain and answer the universal questions: where do we go when we die, and how do we get there?